every anime looks like Sword Art Online. Why? Because anime fans lack originality, and they're stupid. Seriously though, anime companies can churn out the same copy and pasted garbage and just slap a new coat of paint on one of the main female characters, and then it's all fresh, baby! And anime fans are okay with it. And I fall victim to it too. I watch VTubers, so it's essentially the same thing, except every VTuber falls into that category. However, when I tell you I'd rather watch a show where the main protagonist is a plump midget baby man who is deaf and speaks gibberish over all of these, you know something is up, dog. Don't think it, don't say it. Don't think it, don't say it. Don't. Art style matters. It's the first thing someone will notice. It takes time to learn the plot. It takes time to learn characters, but the art style is the one thing that can drag yourself into the show's universe without even watching a single episode. Ranking of Kings is a good example of this. It's not perfect, but it's unique, and such a breath of fresh air when every other show looks like this. The art style also plays off the emotions of the show as well. When you look at the cover of this show, you think, hey, that looks like a nice family-friendly cute show. Oh my god, what the? Ranking of Kings isn't the darkest anime, but it does have dark scenes. But when these scenes are shown, they emotionally crush you because the art style contrasts these scenes so much, making these scenes so much more impactful. The animation flows so well with the show as well. Whenever a character cries, they don't just sit there, tear up and shake. They flail their arms around and they start kicking. When a character has a breakdown, you can feel it. Not just in their words, but in their actions. You can feel their hate, sorrow, joy, excitement, calmness, even fucking dorselessness. You know exactly what the character's feeling just through the animation. And the fight scenes, oh my god, the fight scenes are beautifully animated, better than most fighting anime. There's no still frames, every scene is a fight, it's just flowing, constant movement. All of this so prevalent in the first 3 episodes. But that's also the show's biggest flaw. The first 3 episodes. The first 3 episodes of Ranking of Kings are masterpieces. Everything I've said prior is just beautifully done in these episodes. The characters are introduced wonderfully. You know who is who, you get an idea of their morals, you start to understand them. The plot starts off with a boy who wants to be king, but can't because he's short. You meet a little puddle of mud who's a shit ass and then immediately becomes a VTuber simp for a deaf midget. You got an inbred breastfed brother who doesn't like midgets. You got a bitchy stepmom who you hate in the first episode and then love in the next. The characters and plot starts off so well. These first 3 episodes are so emotional and beautifully animated, but the problem is that they don't keep the same pace throughout the series. Everything just starts to stagnate after episode 3. The biggest problem that hindered my enjoyment of the series was just, it was just fucking confusing. Eventually a bunch of plot points are just thrown at you and it becomes hard to follow the story. All of a sudden, when Boji goes off on his journey, suddenly breastfed Game of Thrones prince starts plotting some evil things. A mirror starts talking, a nice guy becomes bad guy, then becomes nice guy again? Someone might be dead, but actually not really. Demon Man shows up with no context. But while all this is going on, Boji is looking for a man to cure his short stature, but then doesn't find the man, but instead indirectly finds the man he's looking for because the man he just met is actually the brother of the guy they're looking for, but now this guy is mad, and then suddenly there's a guy eating a rat in a prison cell. It's important to continue the plot with each episode while leaving mystery, therefore the viewer will have a reason to come back. However, it's also important to not smother the viewer in a bunch of different bullshit mystery plot points that don't matter. It just ends up being hard to follow and confusing. And that's not just the only thing that goes downhill after episode 3. Suddenly there's still frames in fights, there's more dialogue in the middle of a fight, less fluid animation. Half of the episodes are just characters explaining things to you through exposition because they introduced 30 other fucking plot points that need to be explained. All of a sudden, Boji is the strongest character outside of someone who's literally the perfect counter for Boji. It's me. I'm the perfect counter. They keep introducing more characters who all give background explanations, which then overshadows the 2 main characters. In this show, the 2 main characters, Boji and Kage, are literally my least favorite characters. The show, unfortunately, does take a massive dive in quality through its writing and storytelling. However, regardless of all of this, the characters are still entertaining. The animation is still better than most new anime. The art style is still beautiful. The music is still wondrous. There's still so many aspects of the show to love that I can't help but continue to watch and come back every time there's a new episode. And to be honest, if you say Ranking of Kings is a bad show, I will kill Corone. And I am not joking. And also, most of my complaints could have been influenced by the fact that I was playing Elden Ring while watching Ranking of Kings. So, yeah.